At the time of the Western Han Dynasty, there was a very famous official named Ji An. The reason why he was so famous was because he was a very upright and pragmatic man, not afraid to speak truth to power and even willing to contradict the emperor. The ruler at that time was Emperor Wu of Han, who was one of the most outstanding leaders in Chinese history. But even the most excellent of people can make mistakes. Every time Emperor Wu did something wrong, civil and military officers would bow their heads and dared not to express their opinions. Only Ji An was bold enough to step forward and give his advice to the emperor, which annoyed him very much. Once, Emperor Wu said that he would govern according to the Confucian principles of benevolence and righteousness, hoping to do more good deeds for the people. Everyone expressed their admiration for the ruler, except for Ji An, who made a sarcastic remark. Your Majesty just wants to repress the greed and desires in his heart and cover them up with a shroud of benevolent governance. Why bother with all of this? That made Governor Wu very angry, and he dispatched Ji An to the eastern seacoast as a local prefect. Ji An did not complain and went on to manage his prefecture quite well, keeping order among the people and developing the economy. After some time, missing out on Ji An's outstanding capabilities, Emperor Wu issued a pardon and allowed him to return to court as an official. However, whenever the emperor did something wrong again, Ji An would still criticize him, unafraid of the consequences. Emperor Wu on one hand disliked Ji An very much, but on the other hand always listened to his advices, since Ji An's suggestions were often correct and indeed saved the emperor from making many mistakes. At that time, Ji An had two young colleagues, one named Zhang Tang, the other named Gongsun Hong. Those two people had gained no political achievements, but were both very skilled at flattery. And indeed, they were so capable of pleasing Emperor Wu that he appointed Gongsun Hong as the prime minister and Zhang Tang as the imperial censor, giving them both higher position than Ji An. Ji An was very unhappy to see those flatterers sitting in their current position. One day, during the court session, he rudely said, "The emperor uses people like stacking firewood. He puts all the green logs on top to avoid having to choose the real good ones." Emperor Wu knew that Ji An was scolding him for appointing two sycophants. He didn't know how to respond and walked away silently. To put a latecomer on top is an idiom evolved from a fable story. Nowadays, it is often used to metaphorically refer to people and events that come late, but do progress quickly and eventually catch up with or even surpass those in the lead. I am Lao Cao. Thanks for listening, and more to come soon. Bye bye.